can you really, really believe that this Jets team can take Hunter out, put Howard in, and that will all of a sudden make this way subpar offensive line look good? Anthony Monroe, you think my verbiage is a little too strong right now, huh, Anthony?
Dave, the word panic is not strong enough. How can you possibly not address the offensive line in the draft? How is it possible? The first and second round, there should have been 2 guys drafted. 2. How is it possible after last year's film, are they going with the same offensive line? You can't run, you can't pass if you can't block. It's as simple. It's the simplest form of football. How is it possible they have the same offensive line? I need someone to explain it to me.
And Anthony, I can't. Because it makes no sense to me. I look at this offensive line, and I see, and this is what, how can this not bother you? This offensive line was what last year, Anthony?
It was brutal.
Right, it was brutal last year. So they have brought back, what, the same exact offensive line, expecting different results?
How is it possible? These are football minds. Mark Sanchez, you know why he doesn't throw down the field? And you mentioned it earlier. Because he can't. They're afraid
he has
to
no
give
time, of course.
The
guy has no time, and everyone and their brother blamed Brian Schottenheimer last year. And I understand that Schottenheimer went against this. We're going to run it over and over and over. But maybe this is the one guy that realized we can't run it. We don't have the guys to be able to run it. The one thing we can do is the short passing game. Because Plex was okay, right? He was good in the red zone. Holmes was average. Keller, at least that's what they tried. And the Jets, see, here's the thing. I look at the Jets, and they're worse than they were last year, and they weren't good last year. So how do you sell that? And then I get a tweet right now from at Mr. Senesky25. It says, "Stop being such a Giants homer. You're the biggest hater. Relax. You fix Hunter, all our problems are solved." Really? I'm alone here? I'm the only one sitting here thinking that the Giants look fine and the Jets look like a train wreck right now? How is that possible? And I'm watching the Niners right now. How is that possible?
He said it.
The replay of yesterday's game, they just flashed their offensive line. You know what their offensive line is? It's all guys that they've drafted in the last few years who were like first and second round picks. How the Jets in the offseason didn't address this offensive line is beyond me. How?
He's feeding off Michael.
How did you not say the offensive line is a problem and we'll address it? Because Wayne Hunter stinks. Because they thought Wayne Hunter 2 years ago was going to be fine because he gave you little, and I don't even know how, to be honest with you. But when Woody got hurt in the postseason, he was good against the Steelers. He was good against the Patriots. And last year, they gave him the keys to right tackle, and I don't think anybody had a problem with that, right? I think that most people last year said, you know what, Woody was good enough. We have confidence, and Wayne Hunter was good enough. We have confidence in him at right tackle. We'll be fine. And he was terrible. He was horrendous. And he got worse as the season progressed. So rather than admit, you know what, we made a mistake with this guy. It was a bad decision. We have to do something else going into next year. They said, we have confidence. He'll get better. And what we do, we'll give him a different offensive coordinator with a different philosophy. Does that make things better? Explain to me how that makes this Jets offense better. Mark Sanchez dissects this Jets offense. We'll hear that next. Dave Rothenberg on the all-new ESPN New York 98.7 FM.